Hello, grade level tech sophomores. So this is part 2 of 3 of our final exam review video series. Today we're going to be working with some lines and some transformations more on this video. So here, first up, we have write parallel, perpendicular, or neither for each of the equations below. This is talking about the slope. So the slope is whatever number is in front of x, or fraction. So for parallel slope, they are exactly the same. Okay, so here our slope is 7. So here, the one that's exactly the same as this one here. This one is also 7. So this is our parallel slope. Perpendicular is going to be flipped and opposite, or opposite reciprocal, however you've learned it. So it's flipped and it is opposite. So that means that positive goes to negative, and 7 flips to 1 over 7. So this is going to be our parallel slope. The sign changes and the fraction flips. Remember, this is really 7, or 7 over 1. So this is our perpendicular slope. And then this one's just opposite, so that's neither. And then this one is just flipped, right? It's still positive, the sign's still the same. So this is neither. For the second one, again, same idea. Our slope is negative 1 over 9, right? This is our slope. Okay, right up here our slope was 7. So now the one that's the same, exactly the same, is this one right here. So this is our parallel slope. And then if it's flipped and opposite, now it goes from negative to positive, and it flips from 1 over 9 to just regular 9, or 9 over 1. So this is our perpendicular slope. And then this one here, this one's flipped but not opposite, so that's neither. And then this one is just opposite, not flipped. So this is just 1 over 9, so that is neither. It's not parallel, it's not perpendicular. Okay, next question. We have a graph, and we're asked to find what is the equation of a line parallel to line M that passes through point R. And point R is going to be right here. I didn't plot it, so that's where R is. So first things first, right, we have an equation. So it starts off with y equals. And now we got to find the slope. And remember, because parallel slopes are the same, if we find the slope of this line, it'll be the same as the slope of the line we're looking for. So you want to look at where the line crosses the intersections of the graph. So here, where grid lines meet, that's 1 point. And then if we follow it, up here is where the next time it meets the intersection of the graph, right? Here it doesn't touch the intersection, here it doesn't touch the intersection. So our slope is 2 over 3. Okay, I just counted the boxes. And the line goes down, so it's negative. So the slope is negative 2 over 3. Parallel slope stays the same. So this is also going to be negative 2 over 3. And then we got to put the x in for the equation. Now it passes through point R. So from point R, it's going to go in the same direction as the line. So we're going to go up 2, right? 1, 2, over 3, 1, 2, 3. And my slope, the y-intercept, lands right there at negative 3. So our equation is y equals negative 2 over 3x minus 3. Parallel slope stays the same. Make sure you look at to where it touches the intersection. It also touches down here too. So I could have gone from here to here, up 2 over 3. Okay. Up next, we have a dilation. I know this is really, really hard to see, but I'm going to kind of write it out for you too a little bit here. So here we have triangle KLM. This triangle is shown on the coordinate plane below. It's going to be dilated by a scale factor of 1/2. Okay, this is the important part. I'll even write it out. Dilated by a scale factor of 1/2, or 1 over 2. Okay, that's what this says. So all that's telling us to do is to take these coordinates and multiply them by 1/2, or in other sense, divide them by 2. So M is at 2, 6. Okay. L is at 6, -4. Okay, and then K is at -6, -2. And then we're going to multiply all these by 1/2. And remember, times 1/2 is the same thing as just dividing by 2, right? We're just cutting everything in half. So 1/2 of 2 is 1, 1/2 of 6 is 3, 1/2 of 6 is 3, 1/2 of -4 is -2, and then 1/2 of -6 is -3, and 1/2 of -2 is -1. So M or M prime or M1, whatever you want to call it, is there, right? 1, 3, 1, 3. L goes to 3, -2. So L1 or L prime, whatever you want to call it, is at 3, -2. And then K becomes -3, -1, and that's K1. And I'm not going to connect them because that gets messy. The computer will do it for you. Okay, and the last page for this video, now we have these things. We have translation of a point. All you got to remember is that plus or minus to x is right or left. So if I add a number to x, it's going to go to the right. So this is x plus 6, so this is right 6. Okay. However, this is x minus 9, so this is going to be left 9. And then same thing for y, but now it's up and down for y. So y minus 3 is down 3, and y plus 5 is up 5. Okay? And then the final question is another dilation question. Here this is telling us that MPQ is dilated by a scale factor of 2. So again, I'll re-put it there. So we have dilated by a scale factor of 2. Okay, triangle NPQ is the middle triangle. I'll hold it up here. So NPQ is that middle triangle. It's the same triangle for all my multiple choice answers. So if I write down the coordinates, so you have N, which is -2, 1, P, which is 1, 2, and then Q, which is 1, -2. So we have N is -2, 1, P is 1, 2, and then Q is 1, -2. Sorry, I think I might have said -1. It's 1, -2. It's small, so it is kind of hard to see. On the computer, it'll be a little bigger. You can zoom in, but so that's 1, -2. And because my scale factor is 2, I'm going to multiply all those by 2. So that's -4, 2 for N, 2, 4 for P, and 2, -4 for Q. Okay, so now I just kind of eliminate things one by one. So like for an example here, P, the new P, P1 has to be at 2, 4. So here, my P1 is at 2, but it's at 2, 3. So this one is no good. Okay, here, this P is at 3, 3, but again, I need it at 2, 4, so that's no good. This one, the new P, P1, is at 2, 5, but again, I need P to be at 2, 4, so that's no good. And then this one, but I'm going to check all of them. Okay, P1 is at 2, 4 where I need it. Q1 is at 2, -4 where I need it. And N1 is at -4, 2, which is where I need it. So it is answer A. Okay, so that was part 2. Stay tuned for part 3.